What about these people that are homosexual that you're just like, oh, there's something wrong with them? How about violation is wrong in general? If daddy don't make trash, you don't have the right to say that this is their fault. And that's what you're doing when you judge them, but you don't want to be judged. So if you judge them harshly, that's religious spirit, because you wouldn't want that thing to boomerang and hit you back, because that would cause you to have to be a good Christian and to have to act correctly again. Better get all your P's and Q's together so that you can go to church and people can't see any of your demons on you. Guess what? Some people are just flat out seers. They're going to see the demons regardless. A lot of you think you're hiding things and it's coming out of you sideways. I mean, you got to be delivered to really not have any demons. And our church is not equipped this day to handle that. Some are. But I'm trying to enlighten you and let you know that I did not care if I died. I was hating sex the entire time. Anybody that I had sex with in my college years felt as if I had no choice. And I know that sounds really weird because a lot of people are like, what is that saying? You tell people how you want to be treated. I couldn't disagree with that more. No. I was so depressed and so apathetic. I didn't care. I didn't care. And then Jesus came into my life. But even with Jesus, I crossed that threshold into my Christianity, and I still needed deliverance because I still had mindsets that told me I should die from AIDS. I should be afflicted because I was some whore bag. And then I had mentors from church that just were shaking me left and right, and they're like, what is wrong with you? Why can't you just get it together? Why can't you just dress appropriately? Why can't you just stop luring men? Why can't you just find some self-worth? You're a beautiful girl. Really? Completely impotent. Completely impotent and unable to get to the nitty-gritty that I needed deliverance. I needed somebody to free me from the strong man. I needed somebody to free me from that religious spirit. And they could not. Why? Because they were afflicted themselves. You cannot deliver yourself, people. If you've got a knife stabbing you in the back, you're not going to whip that straight out in one clean swoop. It's going to mess you up a little bit. You're going to get a lot deeper cut. Okay? And you can't just go, done. No. Deliverance is a big piece that's missing but necessary in this day and age. Otherwise, people are going to be calling homosexuals someone that God did not create. I firmly attest to this, and I put this out there. I have plenty of homosexual friends. I go to church with them. I've heard miraculous stories. For months, we just went into gay bars and sat there, and they would flock to us and tell us their stories, and we'd pray for them. We'd see people get straight. We'd see people get delivered. I mean, miracles. And I'm speaking from a person who suffered with the gender identity myself because of a lie, because of trauma, because of, the enemy having his way with me when I was really small and confusing me, and me not having the best role models to say, no, your worth is in God regardless of what anybody says. But that is the entrance of confusion. So when people legitimately say that they were born a certain way, transgender, homosexual, with defects, there is a very real level of them having to push down and deny a trauma or something that's come in through their senses that afflicted them. That the enemy has tweaked and manipulated to basically say, you don't have a right, this is your beef, you've done something wrong, and I'm tagging you. And I'm telling you, for years we can go on as adults not knowing what it really is that makes us what we are, because when we were so little we didn't have a vocabulary for it. We just simply could not come up with those heavy words, that translation of, well, something's happened to me. Mommy and daddy did this to me. I don't understand. We don't have the ability to go and run to another adult and say, help me because I'm being abused, or I've seen this, and da-da-da. And those are very clear, powerful statements that when I talk to people who have had abortions, who have struggled with gender identity, who are now parents of autistic children, it's all one and the same. There was some lie that was believed before the age of 5 in that child's life. Some lie came in somewhere where the enemy just stuck to it. And it creates a need for deliverance. It truly does. And the church is called to be that helping hand. We're called to come in and say, oh my gosh, I've been there. I have been there. So I'm speaking from my own experience. And this is how I'm going to wrap it up.